A massive three-team mock trade just surfaced that would send Kevin Huerter to the Utah Jazz, and McNair finally gets the missing piece he's been searching for, a wing defender in Jonathan Kaminga. Now, this mock trade is absolutely insane. If McNair can manage to pull this off, I believe it will just cap off such an historic offseason for him, as he's exceeded every expectation that's been set upon him. But if he can pull this move off, I do believe that he would find the missing piece our roster needs, and he might just propel us to the top of the Western Conference next season. But before we get into the rest of this mock trade, let me welcome you back to the channel, Kings Digest, where we're showcasing all upcoming Sacramento Kings news. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel and join the community, and hit the bell so you don't miss any future videos. Now, getting back into this report, let's just head over to the mock trade that's been surfaced now. It just states that Sacramento Kings would receive Jonathan Kaminga, Golden State would receive Lauri Markkanen, as they would try to bounce back from a declining dynasty and try to find another all-star level talent to pair alongside Curry. Especially with the loss of Thompson in free agency, they definitely need some more firepower, and adding a 7-foot sharpshooter from the Jazz, such as Lauri Markkanen, that would just be a perfect fit for Golden State. And that's another reason why I believe that this trade is, highly possible to happen, as the Warriors have been hunting for Markkanen pretty much all offseason, and it hasn't been a secret. Like, they've been pushing offers left, right, and center. But in this mock trade, Utah Jazz would actually receive Moses Moody, Kevin Looney, Santos, Kevin Huerter, Colby Jones, and the 2025 first round pick from Golden State, 2026 second round pick, 2027 first round pick swap, 28 first round pick, and the 2030 first round pick. So, the Jazz has made it extremely clear that if they were going to package Markkanen and send him off to another franchise, they want enough picks to help secure their future. And I do think that this package, it is a little pick heavy, but I can see why Danny Ainge don't want to accept anything less for Markkanen, as he's such an elite offensive talent already. He's only going to develop more. He's still a young player, and I do believe that he is worth what they are asking for. Now, it might be a little bit pricey, but giving up your all-star cornerstone for your roster is not always the easiest task to do. So you got to make sure that you bring in a reasonable trade value type thing. And all those picks, bringing in Moses Moody, and then also getting Colby Jones and Kevin Huerter, that would just be a pretty solid pickup for the Jazz, as you do get a couple solid young players already to fit in with their already young roster as they're developing as well. But you also just secure 4 picks that will just definitely help you in the future, as talent is only getting more and more insane every year. There's so many young players in high school that are just freak athletes, and they're going to be upcoming in the league soon. They're going to be in the draft in a few years' time. So just getting all those picks to build for the future isn't a bad idea for the Jazz. And we just get a perfect fit for our roster in the 21-year-old Jonathan Kaminga. And just checking over some of his stats, this man's coming off of a breakout season, averaging 16 points, about 5 boards, 2 assists, a half a block a game at small forward, 6'8". That's pretty amazing. He's a great help defender, and he just offers up that secondary shot blocking ability. As I mentioned, desperately, we desperately need on our roster, as we don't have good rim protection on our roster. We just brought in Orlando Robinson, but just having another wing defender that can help out in the paint is always crucial. This man almost averaged a steal a game as well. Now, you can just go back and watch some of Golden State's games. You can tell that Kaminga is really smart when it comes to picking and choosing when he's going to make a defensive play, when to reach for a pass, when to go for steal attempts. He is very smart at such a young age when it comes to his defensive awareness. I do believe that that's just with the amazing coaching of Steve Kerr as well, playing alongside legends such as Klay Thompson and having Steph Curry to look up to as well. Obviously, this young player is going to be phenomenal, and he would just make such a perfect fit for our roster right off the get-go, as he shot 53% from the field, which is phenomenal, as he isn't the best three-point shooter, shooting it at 32%, which is not bad by any means, but he is more of a slashing defender wing. Not really a crucial threat from behind the arc, but he will knock him down for you when needed. And that's just someone that can come in and he would fit the role that he needs to fit for our roster perfectly, as he comes in a young talent, a freak athlete that can just play solid defense and run the break with Fox and Monk and all of them and just attack the net, apply pressure on defense, and get you buckets when needed. It's just a perfect fit, and I do think it is in McNair's best interest to try to pursue this trade, and I do think it works out for all three teams involved, honestly. But there is a downside to this as we head over to this other statement talking about this mock trade. As it just goes over, the downside for Sacramento is the intangibles of this deal. Giving up Huerter, a future first, a pick swap, and even talented rising sophomore Colby Jones is not the end of the world, but there are a couple of reasons why the Kings would not want to do this. Obviously, yes, giving up Huerter, the picks, and Colby Jones is not the end of the world for us, as I do believe bringing in Kaminga is well worth the talent that we're giving up. But he also goes on to state that Sacramento side, Kaminga, is entering the final year of his rookie contract and has yet to sign an extension. The Kings would have to give 21-year-old a massive payday, especially coming off of his breakout season where he averaged 16 points, 5 boards, and shot it 53% from the field, 32% from 3, and about 75% from the free throw line. So that is basically the biggest worry about this mock trade, is the fact that after Kaminga's rookie contract is up, when he's looking to sign that extension, he is definitely going to be asking for a nice bit of money, and without a doubt he deserves whatever he's going to be asking for. And it's up to McNair if he believes that he should try to extend Kaminga if this trade ever does work out. I do believe that Kaminga could be a perfect fit for Sacramento Kings, not just for next season and not just help us win a few more games next season, but he would be a perfect fit for our future to grow alongside Keegan Murray and Devin Carter. And I mean, Fox and Sabonis aren't even old either. Like, they're still late 20s. Like, he would fit the Kings timeline perfect, I believe, and be a crucial part for Sacramento next season and for the seasons to come. But basically, that's all for today's video. Let me know down in the comments what you think about this mock trade and what are the pros and cons of it for us. Let me know if you believe that Kaminga is worth all the talent that we be giving up. And make sure that you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you don't miss any future videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.